Hey, everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. Some more NBA playoff coverage. Western Conference Finals gets underway. Oklahoma City's up 1-0 against Minnesota. Big, dominant, near 30-point win. I want to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the Knicks, and it's the Hicks versus the Knicks. Pacers, Knicks, going to be an awesome series. Last set of basketball games that are ever going to air on TNT. Reggie Miller is going to be on the call. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful playoff series. This is going to be fantastic. I will say this, and normally I'm not one of these guys who wants to advocate for the best ratings or whatever, or, what's going to be the best thing for, basketball. But in the case of the NBA and what has happened in this postseason with a really, crazy sequence of events where you have a 6 seed, you have a 3 seed, and you have a 4 seed, and obviously you have the best team in the NBA, Oklahoma City, who I think is going to win the whole thing if they stay healthy and they play the brand of basketball that they played all year. They only lost 14 times during the regular season. This was one of the best regular seasons of all time. But when it comes to the Pacers and the Knicks, this is where it gets really interesting because let me be clear to Pacers fans watching this. I think the Pacers are a fun watch. And what I'm about to say is in no way rooted in the fact that I am still mad that they sent my Cleveland Cavaliers packing. They earned it. They're a great team. They have a great coach. They have a great star player in Tyrese Halliburton and a great bunch of guys around him that have formed a really just intriguing brand of basketball that's kind of, fun to watch. But I'm here to tell you that if I'm the NBA, I want no part of the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. That is a disaster waiting to happen because you've got Oklahoma City and Minnesota on the other side. If the New York Knicks are not in the finals, it may be a great basketball series, but I'm here to tell you the Indiana Pacers, it's a fun team, but it is not a very interesting team. Halliburton and they've got a bunch of dudes on this team they just do their jobs, and it's just like, okay, cool. But if the Indiana Pacers make the NBA Finals, I'm here to tell you an Indiana Fever regular season WNBA game may very well outrate the NBA Finals. That is not good for the NBA. As much as Indiana and Oklahoma City might be maybe the best NBA Finals out of the potential matchups on the board, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody is going to watch that. For one, people already don't like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his flop merchanting. I can't even talk. Oklahoma City is clearly the best team in the NBA. Indiana is a very good team, and they would match up pretty well, I think, with, Oklahoma City in that scenario. But it's Oklahoma City against Indiana. If the Pacers advance, man, that is the worst nightmare for the NBA. That is absolutely something you do not want to see happen. And in no way, with all these conspiracy theories that are going on, in no way am I suggesting that they rig the NBA Finals to get the Knicks to the finals. In no way am I suggesting that. We went through this 25 years ago with the Lakers and the Kings. You guys remember in 2002, the Nets made the finals that year, and the Lakers had to get through just an obscene amount of just corrupt officiating from Tim Donaghy, and it's been well documented what happened. They're not going to go to those lengths. But I'm here to tell you, even as much as I don't like the New York Knicks fan base and a lot of their fans just being a bunch of maniacs who just really, treat other people not well. But then again, this is East Coast and kind of just New York, a lot of New York fans in general. They're very riled up and very, rowdy and just out of control. But the Knicks being in the finals is what's good for business. And if it doesn't happen, like I said, that is a nightmare for the NBA. Because, again, as fun and as entertaining and as energetic as the Pacers have been, it's not good when your NBA Finals has Indiana and Oklahoma City or Indiana and Minnesota. It's not good. It may be a good series. Who knows? Then again, Oklahoma City might wipe them out anyway. But I'm here to tell you, like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Indiana. And again, don't get me wrong. I am respectful of the fact that they beat my team. And I know that some people will come to me, Mike, you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. What would you have done if it would have been Cleveland, Oklahoma City in the finals? Guys, would have been Donovan Mitchell and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And, yes, I'm a little bit biased in that respect, but I don't know if that necessarily it would have been a good basketball series, but I know that the NBA probably wouldn't want that to happen. The only reason why the NBA would be more interested in that is it's the two best teams record-wise in the NBA from start to finish, and they played a good basketball game to start the regular in the middle of the season in February, I think it was. But again, it's just I look at Indiana, they're just not interesting. And I'm not usually this guy who advocates for high ratings and whatnot, but given the way that the playoffs have gone, and you have the New York Knicks there, I'm telling you, man, like the league's not going to do anything about it, but they are hoping and praying that the New York Knicks advance. Because that is, I mean, yes, as obnoxious as Stephen A. Smith and all the media pundits and everybody in New York are going to be, the Knicks being in the NBA finals needs to happen. Because at least it would create a compelling angle and a compelling story within the finals that people are going to want to tune in. Indiana and Oklahoma City just does not do that. I'm sorry. So we'll see where this goes. Indiana and New York play tomorrow night. Again, that's going to just be a hell of a fun series. Just very entertaining. Brunson, Halliburton, that series went 7 games last year. The last time these two met in the conference finals, Indiana ended up going to face the Lakers in the first part of their three-peat in the early 2000s. Like this is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see this. I expect this to be a 7-game series. But again, NBA's rooting for the Knicks. They're absolutely rooting for the Knicks. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.